What's up, everyone? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I wanted to break down what's happening with the overall market and give you guys a warning about how things are looking. Let me just mention that I am not a financial planner. Make sure you take nothing I say as financial advice. And don't forget about the Moomoo link. Deposit $100 and you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. Deposit $1,000 and you're guaranteed 15. That offer ends in just 9 days. Anyways, now I just want to talk about the market. So looking at the way things are looking, SPY is struggling to actually break past 555.22. In order for us to turn bullish, we have to hold above that, and so far it's kind of failing to do so. So there is a risk of this dipping lower if we fail to reclaim that level. So we're going to be watching this very, very carefully. It's been very tricky, very choppy today. We're kind of forming like a head and shoulders. So I'm a little bit apprehensive about this. So I want to give you guys a little bit of a warning about this. Also, there's something else that's going on. We have Tesla about to announce its earnings alongside Google/Alphabet. What they announce is going to be very, very important. Tesla has an EPS of 62 cents. So we're expecting an earnings per share of 62 cents and revenue at $24.77 billion. So we'll just have to see how things end up going here. And it's going to be very huge for the way things progress. So make sure you're ready for this. And as far as Tesla's earnings and such goes, I just want to mention that don't panic too much about the initial move. So they're going to release their earnings report uh, first thing. That's going to come out maybe like a little bit after the market ends up closing. And then a couple of hours later, Tesla's going to have its earnings call. That's when the real move is going to come. That's when we have Elon Musk giving a speech, making announcements about AI, and we'll have to see how things go from there. So make sure you're ready for this, make sure you're prepared, and we get ready for what the market's about to do. This is going to be very, very important. So get ready for these big moves. So for Tesla, if we end up losing, 246, technically speaking, could dip a little bit more. Just like right now, we are starting to see the market dip a little bit. It was struggling to break some key resistance levels. But the real move will come depending on earnings. So if we absolutely crush earnings and Musk helps hype up investors for AI, we could be pushing all the way up into the 260s, if not 270. If we get a rug pull, we'll be dipping all the way down to about the 230s, if not 220s. So honestly, guys, I don't know which way we're going to go. I would just rather wait and see. I want to call this out because premiums right now for stocks like Tesla are very, very expensive. So if you're going to play this, you have to be expecting a big move in order for your premiums to pay out. So if you have calls, just to be very, very simple, if you have calls, you can't see Tesla open at 250 tomorrow. You need to open at least around 256 to 260 plus. If you have puts, you can't see Tesla open where we are right now. You need to see it open much lower into the 230s. I want to make that very, very clear. You expect a big move if you're going to be playing these earnings, and always manage risks no matter what. Okay. So with that being said, that's my warning at least about Tesla. Just know that we have earnings coming out, so be careful with that. SPY has been trading sideways. There's a head and shoulders like structure, so I'm a little bit apprehensive about this. If this is a lower high that's about to be established, we could be looking for another rejection, another continuation lower. So I'm a little bit nervous about this. I'm going to give this some time. We need to reclaim 555.2 by tomorrow to turn back to bullish. We're struggling to do so. So SPY is looking a little bit weaker. Same thing with a few others. Bitcoin's also dipping a little bit. We failed to hold 66,000, so it's actually losing this range. It's looking more bearish to me. So there's a risk of Bitcoin dipping all the way down to lower levels like these imbalances towards the 64,000s. For the QQQ, we're also looking a little bit more bearish. We're struggling to hold above 481. If we lose this thing is going to get a rug pull, so just be careful. I'm seeing weakness on the triple Q. For Aapl, we're seeing some weakness as well. We ended up hitting 227 only to reject. And I think that there is a risk of us falling even more. So you want to be very, very mindful of this. Tesla will also dictate price action. So we'll have to see how well Tesla does. I'm a little bit apprehensive about that as well. On top of all of this, I also wanted to call out Aapl has a risk of 222 all over again. The IWM Russell 2000 came very close to our target of 224. It came just short. Now it's coming back down, so I'll be looking to see if we get a rejection. If we do, look at 222 as key supports. If that fails us, watch 220.5, then 218. So just know that there is a risk of some downside. I'm going to be open-minded to all of that. For Coinbase, we pushed all the way up to 272 only to reject. We're going to be looking for a move all the way down to about 254. If that fails us, 249 is coming next, so just be careful. For Amazon, I just wanted to say that Amazon got a nice inverse head and shoulders like structure only to reject. There is a risk of it dipping all the way down towards 185, so be mindful of that. Meta is also rejecting. If you lose 487, it'll be dipping all the way down towards 477. Be careful. There is a risk of this dipping if we fail to hold 487. If we break past 490, I'll be looking for 495. We did actually come close to that today, but now we're kind of struggling, so just be careful. Microsoft got a nice push all the way up to just under 450. I was hoping for at least 448, if not 450. We came short. So watch 443 if we hold that or not. If we lose that, there's going to be a rug pull. So just be very, very careful. And finally, for Google, it's the same thing. We have a rising wedge-like structure. We're kind of shuffling right over here. The resistance at 185. If we lose 183.5, look for a rug pull. So I'm going to be very careful as well. So I'm a little bit concerned, guys. The market is showing weakness right now. SPY has to reclaim 555.2. If we fail to do so, we could be looking for an opposite reaction. So we'll see how things go for Tesla and the others. I know a lot of people are going to be watching Tesla. I'll give you guys some updates on this as well. I'll be gone, guys, for quite some time. So just listen to this. I'm going to be giving you guys an update on the earnings reports, maybe in about 30, 40 minutes. And then I'll be gone for like a couple of hours because I'll be listening to Tesla's earnings call. And then after Tesla's earnings call ends, then I'll give you guys another update. It may not end until about like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it might be kind of late. So I just want to give you guys a warning. My typical analysis might be a little bit late because of Tesla's earnings. So I want to make that very, very clear. With that being said, I want to thank you all so much for listening. Please have an absolutely incredible rest of the day. And I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thank you and peace out.